I'm going to be asking everything over there on Instagram. You guys are awesome. Hello, we are live and we are talking new puppy, new dogs, and barking dogs. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have a dog who gets super excited whenever I go live, and he likes to share in his joy and his opinions. And you can see I'm going to just get this a little bit out of the way here. I'm actually live on TikTok and Instagram at the same time. It's crazy. I'm doing it all at once. So I have a question. And it doesn't matter if you have a brand new puppy. If you have a new puppy or getting a new puppy, or you have a new rescue dog, or you have a 3-year-old that you're a little bit challenged by, you're going to want to hear what today is all about. I'm going to be sharing a lot, but I have a question for you to start. And I would like you in the comments to write down the phrase that would best describe your current life with your puppy or dog. What is it like in your home? Okay, I'm being a little nosy. So I have 4 different phrases. Would you describe it as number 1, living in overwhelm? Number 2, joyfully learning. Number 3, a battle of wills. Number 4, harmony and bliss. So, you can, I guess you can combine them. Sure, you can combine them, but let me know how you would describe life, your current life with your dog or your puppy. Is it, do you have joyfully learning, sometimes overwhelm? Okay, that's fair. Battle of wills we've got. Couple more joyfully learning, 2 more living in overwhelm. Wow. Lots of some harmony and bliss. 1 harmony and bliss on the rocks. That's awesome. Hi, Jeffrey. Joyfully learning. Okay, I'm hoping some of those people who are putting joyfully learning are in some of our programs. Okay. Mix of 2 and 4. Harmony and bliss. It would have been overwhelmed if you, let's call a spade a spade. A new puppy is a lot of work. I have a new puppy right now, and I think she's either 14 or 15 weeks old. And yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm not kidding you. So I'd love to hear your answer. I'm going to show you what I've got going on today. We are going to do a little bit of some dog training. So I got the dog cam set up. I'm going to show you a little bit of dog training. And most importantly, I've got 3 critical things that I want to share with you today. It should be on YouTube. Yep. Three tips that I think are going to help all of you. But I see a couple of you, and thank you for mentioning your breed. Yeah, mention your breed. Go ahead and mention your breed in there too. If you have a puppy, how old is your puppy? Joyfully learning, a couple harmony and blisses. That's good on you. And after today, I know I'm going to give you clarity on how this is going to get better. So I see a good mixture. American Foxhound. Wow, good for you. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and mention your breed in there. I'd love to know what you guys are training and how old they are. 21-week-old border collie. Occasional overwhelm. Well, hello. We're all gonna have that on occasion, right? Okay. So think about where you are right now. Oh, 14-month King Corso, so cute. Bulldogs. Okay. Think of where you are right now with your life. And so whether you described it as a combination of living in overwhelm and some harmony and some battle of wills, and it's kind of a mixture of them all, Susan. Like, think about what it's like. What are the things that are causing you the biggest frustration? Now, I would like to think in the future. What would you like life to be like? Like, if I had a magic wand, what would be some of the things you'd like to see differently? So leave in the comments what you would like to see differently. Like, what would be an amazing life 3 characteristics of that amazing life for you. All right. My dog would not be shredding half of my home. I think that Tater Salad, our rescue dog, that's what his owner would have said. All right. So what would be 3 to 5 ways that if Susan Garrett's magic wand could fix everything, no reactivity around kids? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Puppy won't stop biting her sisters. Oh, 8-month-old Springer Spaniel. How cute. Okay, so let me know what that would be like. Easy, relaxed dog. Isn't that what we all want, Carolyn? Yeah. So what would it doesn't wake up when I leave the room? Yeah. So these are some characteristics of things. My dog wouldn't think so much about what I'd like him to do. Okay. What's going on over here? She's in TikTok. She's scared of sounds and movements. Fundamentals better for my boys because we have goats. Less reactivity. You know what? A couple of trainers and I were talking recently. We're seeing a lot more reactivity these days. Okay. So life as you have it now. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys today how this is going to get better. Going to get better. I promise you it's going to get better. I have another question for you that I would like for you to do. You with your puppy or dog, do you use rewards with them daily? And if you do, what are your top 3? So do you use any kind of rewards for your dog every day? I'd like to know what that looks like. And this is an important one because what we're going to do is the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to help you pinpoint what rewards you should be using for your dog. Okay. So food, toys, and affection. John, that's a great wish. I want my puppy greeting better. Stop barking when they look at other dogs. Okay. So praise, treats, freedom, food rewards, cookies and praise, food and scratches. Can't use food. So play. Peanut butter cookies, affection and praise. You know what? I'm giving you guys a heart. You guys are giving me some hearts. I'm giving you guys a heart for acknowledging your attention as a reward for your dog. This is an above average crowd I got going on right now. All right. So yes. So liver treats, ear scratches, praise, food tray. Okay. Allowing to sniff. So there's 4 categories of rewards. And we use the word reinforcement. All right. Reinforcement means your dog loves them. And when they receive them, what they were doing when they received them is going to increase in frequency. So the first, I'm going to give you an acronym of 3 letters today. It's PUB. So sometimes, the dog makes you want to go to the pub, but PUB. First one is we're going to pinpoint the reinforcements you should be using for your dog. So there's 4 categories. Number 1, a lot of you have nailed this one. It's food. But I want you to think about food with more detail, with a little more nuance. I want you to think about what is your dog's highest value food reward? What is the one he goes, oh my gosh, this is salmon, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this is roast beef. Oh my gosh. And what are the ones that are just, at the bottom? So think about food as a gradient and what ones are really exciting to your dog. And this is really important for your dog. Okay. This is particular to your own dog. What are the foods at the top and what are the foods that are at the bottom? Because when you're training in a quiet environment, you should be using kind of middle of the road, occasional high value reward, but don't go use your great ones at home because when you go into a higher distraction environment, you got nothing to go to. The big guns are gone. All right. So food, some of you have said toys. So What are the toys, number one, your dog likes to play with on their own that you can use as a reinforcement? And two, this is really important, guys. What are the toys you can use interactively, like as in a tug game? And if your puppy or your dog isn't tugging with you, I really encourage you to start training that, because it's just a great connector between the two. The dog and you are connected via this toy. So what are the toys that your dog, so, like Tater Salad loves Jolly Balls. That's not much of an interactive thing. He just loves chasing the ball and tries to roll on them. And we can make it a little bit of an interactive thing, but those are ones where it's just like, okay, Tater, you've been a good guy. Go out and have fun with a Jolly Ball. All right. So we can still use them as reinforcements, but they're more a reinforcement away from me. And we've got to recognize, just like we want to rank our food, we want to rank our toys are the ones that are interactive and the ones that aren't. Okay, so we got food reinforcement, we've got toy reinforcement, and some of you have picked this one up, pats and praise. Pats and praise. When, and a lot of times, here's what I want you to, when you're making your notes, because I know you're going to make notes about this live, I want you to put an asterisk during the day at the time you gave attention. And attention can be, what are you doing? You gave attention when your dog was doing something you didn't want them to be doing. Because guess what? Even yelling at your dog is attention that potentially could be reinforcing a behavior that they're doing when they hear that. Okay, think about that one. Praise. Now, think about, I've got another question for you. How do you guys communicate with your dog? So what is the number one? I want you to think about like the last 24 hours. Let's just pick the last 24 hours in a day with your dog. 4 ways that you may be communicating. All right. I don't have a fancy little pop-up question for you on this one, but you can leave your answer in the chat for me, because I love learning a little bit about you. So 4 ways that you can communicate. So maybe you're using a lot of number 1 and a little of number 4, or more of number 3. So here are my 4 ways. Number 1 is begging. So if you have a new puppy, come on, please, come on, pop. That's begging. You know, cheerleading. So number 1 way you may be communicating is through begging, pleading. Come on, bring it to me. Bring it. Come on, bring me. Come on, give it to me, please. Come on. I got to come on. So begging is number 1. Second cousin to begging is bribing. So dog won't come in. Do you squeak a squeaky? Do you say, Mama's got a cookie? Mama's got roast beef? So think about how you're communicating. Rebecca nailed number 4. Number 3. So begging, number 1, bribing, number 2. Number 3, Rebecca Ford just put in there. Rebecca's one of our students. And that is cues. And we call them power words. Power words are words that are cues that give meaning to the dog to do something. Why do they want to do them? Joyfully, because we've powered them up by teaching them in a way that the dog loves to do them. Okay, let me just go to the dog cam right now and show you what I mean. All right, so I'm going to flip this around. We're going to go to boom, ba-da-doom. All right, so dog cam is on. I'm going to get a dog here. Come here, Ruth. Swaggy, can you help it up on the bed? Thank you. Bring me. Give it a Thank you. And sit. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see me. Here we go. And down. Stand. Stand. Okay. There's a little bit of thunder in the air, and she's a bit worried, so I'm going to let her get on the couch and let Swagger. Do you see her ears? And she's looking around. There's some noises. She's a bit upset. So Swagger break. Man, you can help it up. Good. Can I have that? Thank you. Down. Stand, back, sit, spin, come here. All right, and close, sit, pretty, get it. Okay, there you go, Moo. So those are power words, words that my dog understands because of the way that they've been taught. They've been taught through games and through a lot of reinforcement that the dog loves. Okay, so let's recoup. Communication. Yes, body language can go to any one of these. You can beg with your body. So begging, number one. Bribing, that's a biggie. Dog doesn't do what you want, and you kind of slap the toy on the ground or squeak the squeaker or do something to get the dog excited. So begging, bribing, power words, cues. We formally, scientifically call them cues. And the last one, communication, and the last group of communication is scolding. No. Hey, what are you doing? Bring that back. Get off. So when you think about your last 24 hours with your dog, and I'm just going to turn the camera on because I want you to see my dogs when I scold. Okay. Swaggy. Hey, what are you doing? No. What? I'm showing you that because my dogs don't know what scolding is. They don't hear it. That's not my communication. So 4 ways of communicating: bribing or begging, bribing, power words, and scolding. Think about your last 24 hours with your dog or your puppy and what percentage of communication was any one of those things, right? Because that is creating the relationship that is taking you to the future. And is that the relationship that you want to have? When you think about where you are and where you want to be, how are you going to get there? I promise you, scolding, punishing, blaming, judging, it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. And I promise you, it doesn't create the kind of relationship that you want with your dog. Okay, so we've, number one, for PUB, pinpointed. We've pinpointed, I've got you thinking about what are your dog's biggest reinforcers? Food, toys, pets and praises. Does your dog like to scratch? Your dog like belly rubs? And the final is your attention, your power words, so what is it? Permission. Those are all reinforcement. So giving my dog permission to go for a swim, those are reinforcements. Okay, Peggy, we're going to help you out there, friend. So I want you to think about what ones, like your dog's top 5. In the summer, I know for my dog, swimming is definitely top 5. So what are your dog's top 5? That's what the P is. We're going to pinpoint. Maybe that it could be in each group. And if you say, oh, my dog only likes food, or you say, I can't use food because my dog gets sick. Well, you've got to feed your dog some food. So we can bump up the value of that food by connecting it to something else your dog loves. So let's say your dog loves swimming. Then what I would do is I would take a piece of boring, whatever it is that your dog's getting for their meals that they're just so on, give them one of them. And once they eat it, say, now you can go for a swim. I can. So you're building more value for that food. All right. So the P is, this is really important. You don't go to the pet store and say this, oh, I could train with these and I could train with these. It's your dog who tells you what reinforcement you should be using in your training. What you want to use actually is of little importance. So I had a dog, a little terrier, and she was a little bit fearful and reactive. Her favorite reinforcement was a fly swatter. So I used the fly swatter as my primary reinforcer to build up value for the other things. It's the dog who tells you what their favorite is. So Connie, you've got food, massage, swimming, toys. All right. So now that we've pinpointed for your dog, this is this is a recipe just for, you've got 5 dogs in your house, you're going to have 5 different lists. Every dog will tell you what's important to them. It doesn't matter what you think should be important. You listen to the dog. Okay? So now we've pinpointed. Now I want you to utilize, all right, the U of our pub. So we're going to utilize. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a little plan. The way that training is effective for our online students, they have success because they play the games. We train just through play. As I told you, saw my dogs don't understand scolding. They don't understand it, but they understand play. And so what I need you to do is we've pinpointed what your dog loves. I want you to make a plan for tomorrow. How are you going to utilize them to reinforce things you want to see repeated? So the dog, basically catch your puppy doing something amazing and then give them one of those 5 reinforcements. All right. So you don't give the reinforcement first and say, hey, if you do this, I'm going to give it to you. So when I teach my dog sit, I don't put a cookie on their nose and I don't lure them to the down to get a down or to come, look at, I got the cookie. Come. No, we don't do any of that. That's not how we work. We work and use those things that we've pinpointed. We use them as rewards for actions we want to see repeated. We don't use them to say, if you do it, I'll give you this, because guess what? There'll come a day where they say, I don't really care about that anymore. I'd rather chase a squirrel. Yeah, that was fine in the house. Right now, I don't really care. So training the way that we train, we are all about reinforcing what happened, not showing them a cookie to get them to do something. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me a heart. Let me know you're out there. Say, oh, hells yes, Susan. That makes sense. I got it. That I'm 100% on board with that. Okay. So now you've pinpointed what are specific for your dog. Now you've got a plan to what are the behaviors you'd like to change? That's how you're going to utilize these reinforcements the next day. And so in order to make that happen, you're going to maybe have to look at, how are you managing your environment right now? Because if your dog is barking at the neighbors through the window day after day, and you're like, oh my, I gotta get him to stop that. The way to stop it is to manage the environment so he can be good, because he's just doing his job. He's singing the song of his people. Did you know that dog's out there, Mom? I'm helping you out here. They're doing what dogs do. So we need to set the environment in a way that we can set them up to be successful. All right. That's where games come in. There's a great quote by BJ Fogg, and it says, we change best by feeling good, not by feeling bad. So, I mean, that's basically summarizes all of our online dog training programs. Dogs change best when they feel good, not when they feel bad. You and I, we change best when we feel good, not when we feel bad. All right. So we've pinpointed, we've utilized, and this is the most important thing. I've given you a lot of great dog training, but everything that I've shared with you today is not going to be of any value to you until I can help you to see how important it is that you, number one, believe that it is possible for your dog to be that amazing, well-trained dog. Believe that. So is there anybody watching this say, I have a hard time. I've just seen my dog be a jerk. I've seen my dog. I have a hard time believing that he could be that well-trained, well-behaved dog. So when you go to bed at night, you've got to visualize that dog being amazing. And visualization alone is not going to make it happen. But I promise you, it's not going to happen if you don't believe it can. The second thing, and probably even more important in you believing in your dog, because if I said to you, hey, I'm going to fly into wherever you live, and I'm going to knock on your door every morning at 5 a.m. because that's my power hour, and I'm going to take your dog and I'm going to play with it every day. And I'm going to keep coming back until that dog is that amazingly well-behaved dog. Do you believe that? Okay, maybe I'll let you sleep till 8, whatever. Do you believe then your dog could be that well-behaved dog? Give me a yes or no in the comments. If I promised I'm showing up on your doorstep every morning at 8 a.m. and I'm going to play with your dog and I'm going to keep coming back until you can see a difference in your dog, do you think Susan Garrett could help your dog be an amazingly well-trained dog? I'm pretty sure I can. Okay? Now, so we've established you all believe in your dogs. Raising the roof for you guys. Absolutely. Okay, Corey, we'll have a talk. All right, the second thing is we've established you believe it can happen. You believe your dog can be better than they are today. Corey, can we do that? Do you believe if I showed up at your oh, great coffee, chocolate chip cookies too? Corey, if you don't believe your dog could be that amazingly well-trained dog, do you believe your dog could be a lot better than they are today if I showed up at your door every day? So if you believe it, this is the most important thing. I have to get you to say, I believe in me, Susan. I believe I have it in me to create a dog like Swagger. That I can have a dog who looks at me with the same joy to work that your dogs look at you. I believe that I can do that. Anybody struggling with that belief right now? Be honest with me, guys. This is, you know, I want to help you, and I need you to be 100% honest. If you're saying, no, I'm having a hard time. I know you can train my dog, Susan, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could do that. I'm not sure if I could get there. Hey, Michelle, I'm planning to come to Australia this year. I just let that cat out of the bag right now. Okay. I doubt myself all the time. Beth, I'm sending you a heart and a hug for your honesty. Okay. I'm going to share. Is it all right if I just share I'm going to share a little story from one of our students. And yes, before I do that, I'm going to share a story of one of our students. And after this, I'm going to share a way how you can join one of our programs. And I'm going to talk about our online programs because we have a special right now, just until Monday. That's like 2 more days, because it's my birthday. It's my birthday week. And my birthday week is all about giving. So I'm giving it up. All right. So I'm going to share this story. Okay. So this is one. So that's Clara and her golden retriever, Jessie. She lives in Romania, and there's feral cats everywhere. Jessie would just chase them, and she was like, I have no hope of ever having, I have a hard time believing this could get any better, Susan. I have a hard time. Okay. I don't see how that's getting any better. Now this is so Jessie and Clara was sitting exactly where everybody sits. No, I've dealt with this for way too long. It's impossible. There is no way that my dog is ever going to be able to be well behaved. There is no way my dog is ever going to be able to listen. And that's, as a coach, that is my number one challenge, is to help people to believe what is possible for them and their dog. And it's tough. I know it's tough because some of you are really struggling and I feel for you. All right, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to, bear with me here. I'm going to see if I can share a video here. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Okay. Tell me if you guys can see this. Can you see? No, maybe you can't. You guys are just seeing me, aren't you? Give me a Susan. It's you. We like you, but all right. I'm not going to try and share that then. Okay. So I told you that we have a right now we have a birthday celebration on because 61 years young. And so if you go to dogsat.com/celebrate, then you are going to see all of our dog training programs open. If you have a new puppy, a rescue dog, a dog that you're struggling with, my best suggestion is you look at recallers. And if recallers is a financial stretch for you, recallers is where I myself and my team coach you for a year to play the games. So then remember, when we change best when we feel good. So those games are what help you make the change in your dog. So it's coaching for a year, and it's a year of 40 games that we coach you through. And if that is a stretch for you, then Homeschool the Dog bundle. It's Homeschool the Dog and Wag Nation. That would be my recommendation for you to, if you want to be part of our community. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, everybody. If you want to be part of the community where you learn the power words like my dogs, that they have that joy because of the way that we've trained them in the layers of learning, where we teach them to make really good choices. Helping you to walk on leash, recallers would be a great one for you. Recallers is filled with a lot of things. And here's the great thing. I mean, I'm 100% convinced that anybody that joins our programs are going to have the biggest transformational journey of their life. But we give everybody 2 weeks to get in and be a student and let us coach you and feel what it's like to decide if this is right for you. Because one of the things that's so important for me as a coach is that I'm coaching people who want to be there. And I don't want you bound because you paid for something. And so we give people 2 weeks to try out what life as one of our students is like. And if you're like, something happens along the way, gee, my transmission just fell out on the highway and now I need that money. Can I get a refund? Then we'll give you 100% of your money back. 2 weeks, you can join. It's not a problem. Does it work with all dogs? I don't want to promise you the moon because I don't know what all dogs mean. Does it work with all healthy? Not even healthy. They don't even have to be healthy. Have I had dogs that have come through our program that have not changed? No. People think that dog training is about being motivated. I'm motivated to train my dog today. It's not. Motivation is temporary. What we do is we help you to create the habits to engage with your dog in a way that you bring out the best of them every day. We start with the foundational layer of, does your dog like all food? Does your dog like toys? Is there part of the reinforcement 4 that we have to change for you? So that's how we work with you at first. Once we've got you having more reinforcement available to you, well, dog training becomes easier. So that's how we start with you. And we help your dog to understand. It's going to be really hard for you to believe if you haven't been part of our program. Our dogs learn only through games. We don't use any force, but they get this head whip when they hear their name. Boom. They learn that they want what you want. It doesn't matter if there's a deer in the middle of the road. Oh, that's a deer. Okay, that's cool. I see the deer and I'm going to acknowledge you. All right. So that's what our dogs turn into through playing these games. You may have an interest. Some of you may have said, listen, Susan, I have blissed. I've already got bliss with my dog, right? I'm there. Well, you might be interested in joining our agility program and learning more about agility. Okay, Anne, I could give you guys a test. Anne missed out what the B was of pub. Somebody put it in the comments for her. I could tell you, but then that would, by me letting you guys tell me what the B of pub is, P is pinpoint those reinforcements. U was utilize the reinforcements that your dog best will respond to. Corey, boom chakalaka Corey. And B is believe. All the great dog training in the world is not going to help you if you, one, can't see the potential in your dog just by playing these games. If you gave me 5 minutes a day, okay, you're going to need, for the first week, you're going to probably need 20 to 30 minutes to learn a little bit of the lessons that are on the video. But if you give me 5 minutes, I will help create a habit that will replace no habits now. Now, here's the thing. It's going to take time. 5 minutes, it would be great if it was 10. It'd be even more if you did like 2 5-minute training. Belief is my puppy's name too. So it's going to take time. But what are you doing with your puppy right now? I bet you that you take your puppy out for a walk, you let them sniff around. I bet you that you play a little bit with your toy. I'm going to give you structured training plans that lead you somewhere. So you're already interacting with your puppy or your dog now. I'm just giving you structured ways that interaction leads to something really meaningful, creating those power words for yourself. Does that make sense? Anyway, go and check us out, dogzat.com/celebrate. And when you get to the page, there'll be a video that will explain what's the first step in the journey for you that makes the most sense. Personally, I always encourage people, if they're new to us, to jump in to recallers. You get a year immersion with us and you will get a different dog. I promise you, you join for the 2 weeks where you can test us out. In 2 weeks, you're going to see a massive, big difference in your dogs. Promise you, no doubt. I don't care where you're starting. I don't care who you are. You can be a professional trainer. You give me 2 weeks of coaching you're going to see you're going to see a massive difference in you and your dog. Okay. So, when you get to the page, if you have some more specific questions, there'll be a live chat, and we have, one of our coaches are going to be there to answer questions. Is Homeschool the Dog on the dogzat.com? Yes. Homeschool the Dog. We have a combo where you get Homeschool the Dog and Wag Nation. And that is, Wag Nation is you get a monthly game. So you get 6 months of Wag Nation, and you get a monthly trick and a monthly dog training lesson from me. Yeah, Ray, when puppies are teething, they bite everything. Do programs close after Monday? Yes, Sue, they do, because my birthday week celebration ends, sadly. Susan, our programs are adaptable to deaf dogs. Our programs are adaptable to people's special needs, people in a scooter, a motorized scooter, or wheelchair. We have one of our alumni in Recallers started with us with a deaf Dalmatian who was out of control. Like it, I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but it was kind of funny. So yes, we have had deaf dogs that have come through our programs. But Marley, the deaf Dalmatian, was something pretty special. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me? Okay, Paulette, I'm not very good with my computer, and I struggle sometimes getting where I need to go. What's a quick, easy way to contact somebody to help me figure this out and make it easier? Okay, Paulette, if you go to dogzat.com/celebrate And in the lower, I think it's a lower right corner, you'll see live chat. So click there. Can we delay the start? So Susie, maybe you're getting a new puppy. I strongly encourage you to jump in now, because the biggest part is us coaching you. So you can either go through it and just devour the dog training lessons that we have on the bite-sized videos and practice your human mechanics, because that's the difference between somebody like me and somebody who's got their first time dog, is their mechanics are a little bit clunkier. But if you jump in now before you get your dog or your puppy and you start practicing those mechanics, it'll make it so much easier when you get the puppy. And if you want, you could like borrow the neighbor's dog, or if you have an older dog, you could start rehearsing those mechanics with those dogs. So I would encourage you to jump in now. No, Puppy Peaks was something completely different. Homeschool the Dog is structured lessons that is typically we give you 3 months access, but because it's my birthday celebration, when you join Homeschool the Dog this time around, we give you 6 months access because it's my birthday. Oh, I see, Susie. Well, I encourage you, if you've got kids, this is a great program for kids. We actually have one of our games is called Kids in the Hall. So I encourage you to jump in now. Yeah, for sure. Because if your kids are off school, this is a perfect time to involve. We love to involve an entire family. I know sometimes it's hard to get your partner, your spouse going on these things, but kids are usually easier on the uptake, and it makes the world of difference if you can get everybody on board. It's not necessary. You might be the only one doing the training, but your family are going to see a difference. But it's great if you can get the kids on board too. I am Cora using a puppy, and we switch every 2 weeks. If you have 2 weeks of solid work and then the puppy switches it, I'm taking it to a new home. Yeah. I mean, what I would do is in your 2 weeks off, just give them 2 lessons. Can you just do this? Like I've trained her to do this. Just do, get her to sit before you release her from crate, or before you release her into the backyard. Diana, that's great. I'd contact to see how far along you are. Contact the team and they'll help you out, because I don't want to overwhelm you if you're already in those 3 programs. But no, with recallers, it's progressing the skills we've given you in those first 3 levels and giving you so much more. We have a foster dog who's here for 4 months. She's used It's Your Choice quickly, but now is very stubborn. Yes, I do wait. Wow, 6 months, good time for people to join. Yes. Okay. Well, my hallucination is that dogs aren't stubborn, that there's actually something we're missing. So if you're in Homeschool the Dog right now, which I'm not sure you are, but if you're on one of our programs right now, I would encourage you to video and let myself and my coaches look and help you out, because there's probably some little nuance you're missing, because I actually have not met a dog who's stubborn, and my favorite breed to train is terriers. So, yes, James, absolutely, 100%. Yes, we will help you with your Roddy who is pulling on leash. We encourage you to start at the bottom, and we're going to put in layers, fundamental layers that build other behaviors that will lead you to where you want to be. You have to be patient, but you will get there. It will blow your mind. Promise you. You know what? Let me just show you a dog. Let me go back here. Oops. Okay. So this was, it was kind of impossible to walk Katrine because she just wanted to hunt constantly. You can tell she's a little field spaniel. That pulling on leash was her main gig. That's how she lived her life. All right. Now I got to find Katrine's after, or this is going to be awful. And I don't have it. I'll get it for you. Hold on. promise you. I'll get it for you. While it's uploading, I will. Oh, wait, it's done here. Here we go. But see the suspense? I'm going to give you one more, Katrine. All right. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. Pulling on leash, getting a dog not to pull on leash is a byproduct of what we do. A dog giving you attention, we don't teach you to teach the dog, watch me, look at me, watch me. It's a byproduct. Because of the way we train, we create these relationships that give you these things as a byproduct of the training. It might be a little bit difficult to understand, but if you go to dogsat.com/celebrate, you'll see some, like, there'll be lots of case studies there where you can see we actually have had, I've lost count, but it's more than 10,000 students that have come through this program. So you can imagine we've had all different types of people starting at all different places with all different dogs, and we get results with everybody.
Is this for aggressive dogs?
It depends. So the question is this for aggressive dogs? And it depends what you're looking for. This will help redirect the focus of an aggressive dog, but aggressive dog is a pretty big term. Is it a puppy that's reactive, that needs more confident? Is it a dog who is prey driven and is aggressive? So will it help? You probably need to talk to somebody, like go to and ask in live chat, because I don't want to promise the moon, but I will say you have that 2-week period to test it out and see if you see a change in your dog. I'm pretty sure you will. You'll see a change where your dog is more relaxed and more focused on what you want. All right. So I'm not going to stand here and say babies don't cry and there'll always be sunshine and you'll start to see unicorns grazing on your front yard if you buy our product, right? You're investing in yourself so that you can invest in your dog. And I 100% promise you, you are going to be a changed dog owner because of what you're going to learn how to have the dog of your dreams by playing games and being kind, right? That it's just a completely different way of looking at training a dog. Nobody else does what we do. My background started in sports, that I've competed at the highest level of dog sports. And in order to get the dogs running as fast as they can, I found that if I stopped punishing them and yelling at them, they were amazing. And that morphed into my life with my dogs. I'm like, I love this. I love having this kind of relationship with my dog. And then I realized it was morphing into my relationship with my family and my friends. And I didn't look to judge or blame. I just had a completely different mindset. So I promise you, the program's going to change you and change your dog. Thank you, Mill. Okay, do you guys have any high prey drive Shiba Inu puppy? Not mine. Which class would you recommend for her? Recallers is always, it gives us a year of coaching you, and that means that you will get input from us on a regular basis. So always recallers is the best place for people to start. And yeah, if that's a possibility. How long to take to get loose leash walking? Barb, my answer is it depends. My 14-week-old puppy has got really good loose leash walking. I wouldn't say it's 100% in all environments. However, if I was taking like Tater Salad, when he came as a 15-month-old rescue bulldog cross, they couldn't walk him because he pulled everybody over. They could not walk him. He was thrown out of daycares because he was too unruly. And so teaching him to walk on a loose leash took longer than it took the 14-week-old puppy. But by playing the games, you're creating more focus for you. And what happens is all the things in the environment that used to be, I need that, I need that, I need that, now kind of turn into white noise for the dog. So that's kind of how it works. We give them a job to do at your side so they don't want to pull. And because of the focus through the games, distractions turn into white noise. All right. Okay. I'm looking forward to coaching you guys. I love hearing about your challenges. I love, and I can feel empathy for the place you feel you're at right now, and that it seems a little bit daunting. But because I've helped so many people over that threshold into a better life, I know what's possible. Oh, 16-week-old Springer. Oh my gosh, Shannon. If you've seen any of the videos that I've posted on social media with my 14-week-old puppy Belief, all recaller games. That's all she has is recaller games. And she is amazing. Okay. So Recallers is a year-long coaching program where we teach you 40 games. There's other things like we teach you how to do cooperative care, how to cut your dog's nails, but the main thing is 40 games that help you create this amazing relationship so that you get what I've got with my dogs that want to do what I want to do. Yes, Martha, if you go to our page, there's a way you can do this with installments. And if you use PayPal has a new program now. I think it's called PayPal 4. And you can join today, and they do installments, I think, every 15 days, and there's no interest for you on it with PayPal 4. Anyway, that's through PayPal. I have a dog with major FOMO just about being, so Claire, if I have a dog who gets over a threshold when they see other dogs playing, I would do more hot zone and lower activities with the other dogs until, like, I have very high drive border collies and I want them to be calm while I'm working another dog and they're waiting their turn. So that's super important for me because I don't want to leave one dog in the house and then I have to come all the way to the house when I want to train another dog. So having a dog that can be relaxed when other dogs are out working is really important. And it's just focusing more on, if you're still in our programs, Claire, I don't know if you've been in our programs before, but if you are still a student, then bring that up because we'll tell you what game to focus on to get that. Okay. That's important. I don't like a dog that barks and screams and carries on. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for me, guys? Let me coach you. Let my team. And once you join any one of our programs, because our focus is on being kind, you will see our community is filled with people who are striving to be kind. So you will never see an online community anywhere like it. Now, our programs, we have a custom built website because we have a developer team that have built this beautiful website. All of our programs are on these custom built websites. However, we do have Facebook groups for socializing for if people want to do that. But what you're going to see is this community of, like, you join, you get in the love grip from this community. People that are in the same place you are, that are trying to do the best they can with their dog, that they share their doubts, they lift each other up. So yeah, our program is amazing, but our community is unlike anything else you've ever seen, which, I mean, it's why I wake up and go to work every day, because the people who are in our community, so people will join Recallers, for example, and they'll rejoin every year. We have a special alumni offer every time people want to come back into Recallers. We have thousands of Recallers who join year after year after year after year because they love the community, and I always put something new in every year. True. That's true. Okay, just started Agility. Which is better, Agility Nation or Handling 360? Kathy, if time is short, I would join Handling 360 to start. So, and get those games under your belt. All right. Get your foundation. I promise you, if you just started Agility, oh my gosh, Kathy, this is the best time. We have people who have been in the sport of agility for like decades, and they join Handling 360, and they are more difficult to coach because they have habits we have to help them unlearn. But when people join brand new, they just soar. It's so cool to see. Definitely, people who've been around for 10 years still have amazing agility dogs, but honestly, it often takes them longer because they have to unlearn. Okay, I'm going to jump off, guys. Thank you for your questions. You guys have been amazing. Swagger, thanks you. We'll get the dog cam going. Hold on. We'll get the dog cam on Swagger as he says goodbye to you as well. Right, Waggy? We're going to say goodbye. I'm going to sign off. Swagger, they want you to get excited. You goober. Okay. Look forward to you guys joining one of the programs. Is he camera shy? Why isn't he excited? And if you have any questions, go on over to dogsat.com/celebrate. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Swagger, thanks you. And we'll see you guys inside the program. Remember, our birthday celebration ends on Monday. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you. And